I guess my ex-girlfriend thought I was some chump or something. Now, to be honest, she had every reason to believe so. I'm going to be completely honest in this story. This B really gave me an ultimatum, though. Open or else. All right, I'll show you. Now, I agree with True Story. If she's asking for an open relationship, then dump her. It's over. In my mind, I was done with her. I cut her off completely, and she began noticing throughout the weeks leading up to our big blow up with her begging to take things back to the way they were. After she was asking for an open relationship, I made my mind up that I was done, but I wanted to have a little fun with her cousin and rub it in her face. So we both attend a community college in a small town. My now ex-girlfriend, B for B, B is what I'll call her, and me, Nathan, met her at the school our first year. B and I clicked immediately. I approached her on my way home walking towards the parking garage. I'd seen her a few times, and the last time I saw her through the glass wall while she was sitting in class, she waved at me. I waved for her to come out, but she shook her head no while smiling. I needed to get to class, so I left, but when I saw her again while walking to my car, I knew I was going to talk to her. I will admit, B is drop dead gorgeous. No one on this channel would deny it. I'm certain. Imagine a young Zoe Saldana with bigger and rounder behind. Anyway, I approached and just sat right next to her on the stoop she was sitting on. I said, "Finally, we can talk." She laughed and called me crazy, but cute. True story, in True Story Nation, me being a young 19-year-old thought that maybe this was love at first sight. This is how it was supposed to happen. She grabbed my face and we started kissing. Just like that. By the way, I had only been with one woman before B. B told me she was waiting for her ride. A friend was taking her home. She told me I was welcome to come over because her mom was gone until Thursday. I said, F yes, I'm there. But when her ride came, it was a guy I noticed driving and then another guy sitting in the back seat. I wondered if it was her family members or something, but remembered she said it was a friend. I didn't pay it any mind. He had already given me the address. I ran to my car, stopped at the gas station to grab some protection, and headed over there. I get there, and this should have been a huge red flag to me. Some guy opened the door and said, "You Nathan?" I said, "Yeah, is B here?" This guy said, "Yeah, come on." He was asking me, "You smoke, dude?" I said, "No, I don't at all. Sorry." The smoke smell was so heavy. We go downstairs and B jumps up. "Hey, you came. Let me introduce you to my friends. This is Michael, Zachary, Todd, and Brandon. Say hi, guys." True, you know what I was thinking? Is this a effing corn scene I'm walking into? Why so many guy friends? I sat and B was asking me if I smoked at all. I told her no, never have, and I never will. They were joking and talking, passing the smoke around, and B was asking me if I was uncomfortable. I smiled at her. She grabbed my hand and led me upstairs. One of the guys said, "Okay, Nathan, go and handle that, my man." B just laughed. We went up to B's bedroom, and indeed, we did do the do. Twice. In my mind, True, I was just going to hit this once and stop dealing with B. After we finished, we took a shower, and I left a bit after. I could hear the guys still downstairs laughing and joking, watching something on the TV. B kissed me and said, "Call me." I went home, and I was beyond paranoid, True story. What if she's a 304? What if she had something? Yeah, I wore a condom, but what about STIs? True, I went to my dad and told him I'd met a girl and we slept together the same day. My dad was asking, "Did you wear a condom like I taught you?" I told him, "Yeah, but what about STIs?" He said, "Are you feeling itchy, boy?" I told him no, and he set me up an appointment. I got checked, blood work and everything, and I was good. Now, true, I told myself I won't deal with B again. A week had gone by, and I had not contacted her. B then FaceTimes me while she's in the shower, asking me if I'd forgotten about her. I told her no, I've been super busy. She took the camera and pointed it at her backside, asking, "Too busy for this?" I immediately lost all common sense and rushed over, skipping class. Man, true, this is so embarrassing to tell this story, but it's the truth, man. I was thinking with my small head. It took over. When I got to B's house, she was in the living room. She was asking me to sit down, and she started telling me how she knows I'm a good guy, and she wants to be good for me. She told me she wants a serious relationship and was asking if I was interested in pursuing one with her. I said absolutely. She came over, and right there on the couch, we went at it. Luckily, I didn't forget protection because, as good as she was looking, I would have done it without it. Again, dumb kid mindset. Afterwards, B started calling me often. Every day we'd talk, and I started to like her more and more. She exposed a different side around me, and I told her what was uncomfortable for me, her having so many male friends. She told me she'd stop hanging around them if it makes me uncomfortable. She said they are all still a part of a group chat because they all basically grew up together. B claimed she had never slept with either of them ever, not even a single kiss, and all of them were players anyway. I definitely accepted that bullcrap like an idiot. Now, true story in True Story Nation, what I'm about to tell you all next is probably going to tick some people off. I know my age probably wasn't a good excuse, but I had just fallen for this girl and felt I'd invested so much into her. I believed her bullcrap, man. One day, I knew her mother would be away working and she'd have the house to herself. We talked about it the day before. We didn't plan on being together that day, though, just later on in the week. But I wanted to surprise her after an afternoon class. You could hear, as soon as I got to the front door, I could hear someone inside getting it in. I ran over to the side of the house, and it was no denying it. I immediately started calling B's phone, and it kept going to voicemail. I started throwing rocks at the bedroom window, and it didn't stop for a while until I threw a big one. It all stopped then. I kept calling B, and she would not answer. I yelled up at the window, "F you, you freaking promiscuous girl." Guys, I cried like a little bee on my way home. My parents lived 15 minutes away. As soon as I got into my parents' driveway, B FaceTimes me. "Babe, what's wrong? Are you okay? Why are you calling so much?" I yelled, still crying, "I heard you having sex. I should have known." B says, "What? What are you talking about? I'm driving back home now from school." I went up to talk to my professor about my paper. She then says, "Oh my gosh, Zachary, I'm going to kick his butt. Babe, I'm sorry. Zachary did stay the night because his parents were arguing. He must have invited a girl over. One sec, babe, I'll call you back." And she hung up. True, I literally sat in my driveway feeling like an idiot thinking I was jumping to conclusions. Wow, dude. You falling for it, man. She called me back and she says, "Yeah, sorry, babe. This is so embarrassing. So Zachary was at my house and he indeed had another girl there. That's who you heard. He was telling me how someone was throwing rocks at the window and interrupted his session. I cursed him out. Babe, I'm so sorry. You should not have gone through that. I did not mean that. I'm sorry." I said, "Why was Zachary staying the night at your house when your mom's gone?" "Yeah, he just slept downstairs and I stayed upstairs in my room. He didn't want to stay home. We didn't do anything. You think I slept with Zachary? Yuck." I said, "Are you effing with me right now? Seriously, you're driving from school. It doesn't look like it." She assured me she drove from school. I was trying to calculate the time of her leaving the school and when she called me and everything. and it all seemed to kind of work out, especially where she was located at the time. She pointed her phone the other way to show me where she was, showing me landmarks and things like that. It really threw me off. A part of me did not want to believe her, but I guess I didn't have any concrete proof. True story in True Story Nation. I'm not going to ruin your guys' day and tell you the other things that happened that clearly proved that she could have been cheating. But I allowed her to lie to me and gaslight me. And the reason I know these are lies now is because later she told me when she got upset with me. We ended up continuing the relationship, and eventually I got fed up. B was so flirty, and every time I'd confront her, she claimed I was overreacting. So I broke up with her once before we finally broke up because of some flirty bullcrap she did right in front of me. I ended it, and she acted as if she was okay with it and fed up with me. That next morning, I woke up to missed calls and text notifications, her begging me to stay with her and saying how she realized what she did was wrong and wants to make things right and be right for me. For a few months, things were perfect in the way I liked it, until one day she brings up open relationships, just like that. She tells me we are so young, and even though she never wants to lose me, she wants us to explore more. I said, so you want a hall pass to cheat? She tells me it's not cheating if we both agree to it. I asked, what are the rules? She said to wear protection. So guys, when she told me this, I was done and basically had already broken up with her without saying. During our relationship, I never told B that her cousin tried to sleep with me before. It was a night I went looking for B at her house, B's cousin's house. That's where she was supposed to be. B's cousin literally told me not to waste time on B. She was much better in bed. I will say, her cousin is hot. She followed me on Facebook. So I figured, why not try to see where that would go? B and I still talked every day. I wasn't paying attention to what she was doing or checking up on her to see if she was where she said she'd be. I just didn't care, and that started to bother her. She was acting like I didn't care anymore. I stopped getting her nails done for her or doing small little things, and that really started to bother her. She got even more upset when she learned I was sleeping with her cousin. During an argument with B, I told her that she didn't say cousins were off limits. She said, oh yeah? Okay, if I wanted to F all your cousins, it would be very easy for me. I said, go ahead. I don't care. That set her off. Why don't you care anymore? What happened to you? You're a monster now. I told her we're done. She said, I was cheating on you anyway, our entire relationship. And just so you know, the day you were throwing rocks at my window, Zachary and Mike were in that room with me. Of course, we all used to sleep together, silly. You're so dumb. I said, just go on with your life. I could tell it bothered her that I didn't care. B begged me to stay with her, cried real tears saying that I shouldn't just throw her away like a piece of trash. I did. That's exactly what I did. I didn't date B's cousin. We slept together a few more times, but now she's currently in a relationship with another guy. B dropped out of the school we both attended and is now in a nail tech school. I saw it on Facebook. It hasn't been long at all since the relationship ended, but I can honestly say I'm not like that anymore. I'd never allow someone to lie to me like that and believe them just because I don't want to see the truth. I have no interest in relationships and will be transferring to a university to major in civil engineering. True story. Wish me luck and take care, True Story Nation. Wow. Oh, yeah, you you made a lot of mistakes, man. But you know what I love, young man? I love that you owned up to all of it. You guys probably don't even want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm just going to lay it all out. I cried like a baby. I knew she was cheating on me, or I suspected it, but I let her gaslight me and lie to me. You did what you did. You had to learn the hard way. Bet your butter'll never do that again. I bet you'll never do that again. Peeing on your head and telling you it's rain. Man, guys, don't let people do that to you, man. Like, if you know something, don't just allow someone to lie to you. Don't do that. She's just gonna keep doing it until you expose her. You didn't like, you cut her off. You were paying for her nails? I'm not paying for her nails if she's acting like that. Guys, don't pay for anything. Even if you guys believe in relationships, right? And you're in a relationship, if she's not giving you what you want, she's disrespect, whatever it is, and you're dealing with it, don't go out of your way to do things for her. Don't be in these one-sided relationships, guys. If you're going to choose to be in a relationship, make sure you're getting everything you want out of it. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Don't just cater to people. Not what you're here for. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. If you want to send in a story, send it to truestorynation@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it on the screen. That's truestorynation@gmail.com. I'm going to catch you guys at the next one.